guys, how you doing? It's Larry. Listen, as a convicted felon, I understand how hard it is to get out of jail and try to get your life back on track. Whether you're a first-time offender, you haven't done anything, and you just got caught up into something. But once you have that asterisk by your name, it's virtually impossible to get a job. It's hard, man. And you feel so insecure within yourself trying to fill out paperwork. And when you reach that point of the application, it's always this, do I fill it out? Me personally, I used to always leave it blank and hope that will give me the opportunity to explain myself to the person. But most of the times they don't hire you. It's tough, man. You have to work these temp jobs. You have to work just any kind of job you could get in hopes of they will hire you on permanent, because you have to have a way to take care of yourself, which oftentimes lead to end up working dead end jobs just to get that paycheck, just to get ahead, just to pay bills. You get into a position where you just got to get on this hamster wheel of just working, and you're not headed anywhere, but you got money in your pocket, so you feel fine. That's a tough place to be. I understand how it is. When I first got out back in 2004, man, I went and worked temp jobs. Back in 2004, things were different than they are now. But I would go get a job at a temp service, and I would work it for 6 months, and they would lead me to believe that they're gonna hire me. All the while, I'm trying to show them I'm a valuable employee by busting my butt, working hard. But then after the 6 months are up, or after the 90 days are up, or whenever, they wouldn't hire me on. I'll go back to the temping agency. They'll find me some more work. So now I'm in this repetitive cycle of having to just work to pay bills. Work just to try to get ahead. Work just to keep money in my pockets, because we're adults and we don't want to go back to a life of crime. So we got to just work. So sometimes it takes us getting 2 dead-end jobs just to get ahead. And we have to sacrifice our health and sleep, etc., just to get ahead. I understand that. I did that. I know all about it. But I do believe now is an awesome time for convicted felons to be able to get their lives back on track, because now we're going into the time where skill sets are valued more and more. There was a time when being a welder was just considered an old dumb welder, but now with all this emergence of AI and all these data centers that have to be built all around the nations, now welders are the cream of the crop. So as a convicted felon, I think this is your opportunity to be able to get involved with a labor union if they'll hire you, or go to trade school. For me, I don't know. I think I would rather invest in my own education and go to the trade school. But I can't really speak down on labor unions, because I've seen where people have gotten out and they've gotten their lives on complete track by working for a labor union, making the kind of money that they couldn't make on themselves. The beauty of a labor union on their own, but the beauty of a labor union is they're going to put you to work while you're being trained, versus going to a trade school. You're going to actually learn how to do the work, but not to the level you're going to learn with the labor union. I think now is a great time for all you guys who may be having this asterisk by your name, getting into coding, getting into doggone welding, getting into HVAC, getting into anything that it's going to take your hands to do. We're going to be able to change our lives doing it. All these data centers are being built all around the nation, and they're going to need plumbers. They're going to need HVAC. They're going to need welders. They're going to need concrete. They're going to need coders. They're going to need people to be able to code. But I don't think coding is going to be as prevalent as we may think it is, because coding can be, AI can code. So for us, I think we need to get into the hardcore skills. And I know many of you don't want to do that, but that's what you're going to have to do in order to change your lives. See, a job can become dead end. They can hold you on as long as they can keep you on, but never teach you anything that you could do on your own. Whereas with a skill, you could always go pick up side work. So if you learn how to be a welder, if you learn how to be a carpenter, if you learn how to be a general contractor, you learn how to be a HVAC technician, or whatever, you could be able to take that and do that on your own. So there's this big push in America right now. You see, Ford CEO came out, said, America has a problem. They have so many high-paying jobs that they can't fill simply because there's not any qualified candidates. Then the NVIDIA CEO came out and said the next wave of millionaires in America is getting ready to be welders, Carpet the hard skill. Elon Musk said, if you sit in front of a computer all day, AI is coming to take your job. We have to invest in ourselves to get back to the brick and mortar of America and do things that computers can't take, programs can't take. Yes, robots can do it, but we're still ahead of that curve for a little while out. The high value skill sets that we just talked about, these skills are really going to walk you into new opportunities. Remember, my video where I posted, how did I get a government clearance, and watch that video. I literally got a T4, not a T5, a public trust clearance, and I was able to do work within the United States government, Department of Homeland Security, and the VA as a convicted felon. How I was able to do that, I had a skill set that they couldn't do without. And then even after I got into my own business and I moved on away from the company, because the company actually helped me get the clearance. They filled out the paperwork. I didn't fill out anything. They knew, but at the end of the day, the company needed me. The government needed a problem solved, and the company needed me to make money. So the company said, let us figure it out. You hear what I'm saying? So I got the clearance. And I moved on. 2019, the company eventually shut down. I started working for myself. All of a sudden, I get a visit from a guy. He said, Larry, we want you back on this contract, because it wasn't many people that can do it. And the impression and reputation that I had within the government, within the people that I met, it actually, they said they don't want to deal with anyone but me. And what happened was, they invited me back into the contract. They just wanted me there for namesake. I didn't do any work. They paid me a little money just to sign on, just for my namesake. You hear what I'm saying? So today, I want to tell you, man, listen, if you're on the fence about what you should do moving forward, how are you going to change your life moving forward? It's going to be hard skills. We're in the time frame now, guys, where this is the perfect opportunity. If you're in an area where there's not many trade schools, you may have to relocate, join a labor union or something. I noticed it was a big push within the urban area to close all the trade schools down, and they open up community colleges, which is fine, but we got to get back to hard skills in America. America's infrastructure is failing. Roads need to be rebuilt. They say jobs are just open. They don't have people to do them. There's an emergence of data centers blowing up all around the nation, and they need us. They don't care about your background. They care about your skill set. All right? Today, man, if you want to change your life, you're going to have to upgrade your skills. All right? This is Larry. Talk to y'all next time.